owe Mr. Oko a big thank you very much for the invitation, and Nadeco US for the effort. Thanks to those who are in attendance. I was given the privilege of speaking to something that has been on my mind for some time, but I believe it is very important for the location of this discussion today. And I picked Nigeria, its democracy, and the subjectification of truth. Nigeria does not, I'm known for my definitions. I love defining. If I'm going to talk to a subject, I want to define it first. And there are three key components to what I have chosen. Nigeria, democracy, and then the subjectification of truth. Nigeria does not require any definition anymore. It's a blessed land, ruined by horrible ruiners who pretend to be rulers. It would be bad enough if what we have in Nigeria are rulers. That would be bad enough. Rulers exist in time. They focus on preservation of power, and they are rarely burdened or bridled by vision. They are content with surviving in power. That is what rulers do. Leaders, on the other hand, are bridled by vision. So they see beyond their lifetime, and they are constrained by their vision in the choices that they would make. Unfortunately for my country, as blessed as it has been cursed by ruiners, never been blessed with leadership. That is Nigeria properly defined. It's democracy, and that will lead me to the third part of what I want to talk about, the subjectification of truth. How do you subjectify truth? That is when you take a common precept, something that has universal application and meaning, and you bring it into a space, and it begins to have a different meaning because of the space of its application. That is the situation with Nigerian democracy, because you actually have to Nigerianize what we have before you might call it a democracy. Democracies are impossible to have in environments where the law does not rule. Citizenship is impossible to uphold in environments devoid of the rule of law. Nigeria is one such environment. In the absence of the rule of law, Nigeria is ruled by impunity. And that is why you would have situations where INEC would publish guidelines flowing from the Constitution, and it will proceed to do the exact opposite of what it had promised to do. But that is for the Nigerian audience. Because of the context of location, we must now talk to the subjectification of truth. Atlanta was my point of entry into the US on this particular trip. And as I was being driven to where I would be staying, I drove past a place, and it was pointed out to me that that was MC Mushroom Pickens' house in Riverdale, Atlanta.
Oh wow!
A man could stand in broad daylight,
Very close to my house.
cameras on him, and he could tell the world, Yachukudi must not vote. He spoke as the state. The Nigerian state is criminal. MC Mushroom Pickens is not a government official, but there was a policeman stood not too far away from him when he made his edict. And that edict stood, and we saw it in its full ramification on the 18th of March. But how does this relate to the context of our location, the location of this discourse? Our American friends will tell us we have a democracy, and that is why Nigeria must be protected and everything must be kept quiet. We must have peace. They speak peace to us, but they never talk to us about justice. Those who ruin Nigeria bring their wealth to this land, and you give them succor. They carry your green cards, they carry your passports, they buy your citizenship, they buy buy homes in this place. You convict them here, you release them to Nigeria. If they were drug dealers, members of the Mahane drug cartel, you'd be busy talking about all kinds of sanctions on them. You wouldn't allow them in your country.
Yeah.
But you have them living here. Their children are here. They ruin my country. I can't live in yours.
Yeah.
I visit. And when I stay longer than 3 weeks, I'm already having withdrawal symptoms. All I want to do is go back to mine. But you make my country impossible to live in because of your subjectification of the truth. You sit down on a day-to-day basis and you preach down at us and you tell us about just how much democracy works for Africa. But you do everything to undermine our democracy because you give succor to criminals in your cities. I can't open a bank account in America because I'm a Nigerian, but the crooks ruining my country put their monies in your accounts. Mm-hmm. I can't open an account. The only crime is I'm a Nigerian. A drug-indicted criminal is about to become the president of my country, and you, Americans, are the ones normalizing the insanity. When I speak to the subjectification of truth, it sounds sometimes like, actually, it's another word for hypocrisy. The hypocrisy of the Western world, particularly you continue to preach democracy, accountability, rule of law, and the rest to us. Yeah. Your hypocrisy stinks. Correct. I'll show you. A couple of years ago, 3 years now actually, there was a massacre in Lagos State, at the Lekki toll gate to be specific. The West has its highs all over our country. You got your highs in the sky, you're everywhere. We know. You saw what happened. What did the West ever say? I'll tell you. There was a debate in the British Parliament. A certain gentleman, I believe his name is Torgen Hart. And he spoke blithely about how when Gowon relocated to the UK, he went to the UK with half of Nigeria's treasury. Well, I'll tell you something. In my tradition, we have a proverb. The thief does not do as much harm as the receiver of the stolen goods. The West has been the net receiver of our stolen commonwealth.
All right.
You have helped to normalize the madness that has overtaken my country. Without you, we will not be in the mess we are in.
That's right.
When Gowon took the wealth of Nigeria, where did he take it to? Took it to Britain, brought some of it to America, and it is the same. Gowon is merely a type. Every last two-bit criminal who has occupied public office in my country has one form of entry into this country or others like it behind the veneer of Christian correctness. You sit there and you legitimize evil in my own country. I'll tell you another one. A British general was recalled from retirement, and I believe he was sent to jail in addition to being recalled from retirement and dismissed from the army. What was his offense? He claimed about £50,000 more than he was entitled to in child education benefit. That was what this general did. How many Nigerian generals, civil servants, public officers have brought their monies into your coffers? So please, friends owe their friends the truth. If you guys are truly our friends, talking about Americans now, if you are truly our friends, don't preach at us. Don't tell us about all the wonderful things you could do in collaboration with us. And I say this, madam, because you are about the only one who's cared enough about us to even give us your ear. The fact is, I'm not talking to you as a person. I'm speaking to America as a country, its people, and the institutions that govern this country. The truth of the matter is that you have all these, your wonderful Magnitsky Acts and all of that. Use it to go after the criminals running our country. Yeah. I'm not coming to your country on exile. We don't want your exile. Friends tell friends the truth. Yeah. Tell us the truth and stop mollycoddling the criminals running our country. Thank you very much. Thoughts of the